Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. You and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. You and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. We can do nothing.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. My name is Sande. Welcome to this amazing YouTube channel. It's _Sande coming live here in Nairobi, Kenya. So coming live in Nairobi. For the first timers, kindly subscribe the channel. For the frequent viewers, thank you so much for coming back to watch this amazing YouTube channel. So today we'll be having an interesting conversation here, because I want to show you something that I believe is the best way to make a home beautiful. So watch the video till the end to get to know why I'm trying to show you the best part that can make your home look like amazing. And I'll use a case study where someone that is building now, whereby how can he do to make the home like look purely amazing. So watch the video till the end and enjoy, like, comment and share to the video. So there's a power in trees. So trees make the environment look good, and especially when they are indigenous trees. There are different types of trees that call, we have those that are exotic trees, and we have those that are indigenous trees. Like where I'm standing now is part of it. Most of them are indigenous trees. So the good part of indigenous trees that are so unique, they'll make the environment, they are adapted to the environment, so they'll make it so to look amazing. So there's a YouTuber called Dimwango. So I'm trying to look for to try and ask her to give me an environmental job whereby I can be able to design how the trees will look like in the environment, because I know I can do that very well, because I have diverse knowledge in types of indigenous trees, and those that are flowering and those that are not flowering. So that's the work that I'm trying to try and find out how she can be able to make it look amazing. So the thing is, there are different types of indigenous trees. That's one. We have those that are flowering, like this one here. This is the Nandi flame. There's some white flowers most of the time. So let me see if I'll be able to spot some of them that are coming up. I think this was not really. So we have some that are have white flowers, some that have red flowers, or someone told me it's orange. The case study is a tree called Nandi flame. So different trees have different flowers, and there's a way that you can mix them differently to make them look like a purely beautiful environment. You see, these people opted to do them in two lanes. This is the one line and the other lane. But now there's a way you can do it so that it doesn't look like a straight line, because you remember most of the trees that are exotic, they are being grown in a line. But now for the indigenous trees, they look so well when you plant them aimlessly without having a straight line. They look so amazing. So that's one thing that you need to consider when you are planting the indigenous trees. Something else is that most of these indigenous trees, they are native, and it depends with the environment. So a tree that grows well in Nairobi County will not, let's say, grow well in Machakos County. So each environment will give you a different type of a tree. So you have to have that knowledge about which tree to plant at which environment or which region. That's what you also need to put into consideration. So something else, you need to know the growth rate of that tree. And also, when you are planting it, you need to know, is it edible to the antelopes or the cows? Let's say, for instance, let's do the cows, because we are talking about trees that are being planted at home. So is it edible to the cows? Is it edible to the, let's say, goats? Are they feeding on the tree? So for you to have a safe tree, or a better tree survival rate, you plant those trees that are, if they're edible to the animals, make sure you cover them, because most of these indigenous trees that are edible to these animals, because they are medicinal, they have what you call food value to the antelopes and to the animals, the goats, the cows. So make sure that you do like a mesh. There's one that I showed you in one part of this video, that you do a mesh around the tree. Like, see that tree there? It's still young. I just put some barriers around it to make sure that it does not it's not eaten. That will increase its survival rate. So that's the thing that I was thinking about, trying to convince her through this video that I can be able to do a nice plan for the trees that will grow in that home. A very nice one. If you have flowering trees, you have to mix them with something else so that it looks good. Because if you do all flowering, it will look kind of exaggerated. So you have to know how to plant the trees and which tree grows with which. The different trees will have different shape. For instance, this one here is a mugumo tree. It grows very big, it's fun. But now for this one here, somehow grows broadly, but somehow straight. So each and every tree has its own growth shape. Let's say this is that word. So it will grow by its own different shape. So I will be walking around and showing you some different types of trees, and I think through this video I'll be able to get that job to work in that villa, and be able to show people that trees are really good. For me, why I really advocate for tree growing much rather than tree planting, because there are two different things. So tree growing is whereby you come, you make a hole. It's not even a big. You make a hole. First of all, what you need to do? The first thing you need to do, you look at the season. You clear the land. After clearing the land, you do what you call remove the weeds that are there. Then you have to wait for the rain season to come. Now you do that. The clearing is done immediately before the start of the rainy season. So after you have done the clearing of the space of the land, let's say you clear this land here, clear it. They have done some clearing. You remove like those lantana camaras. You remove them. After that, the next thing you do is you now come up with a way of having different sizes of trees, because different heights of trees will grow together. You have to have same height. Let me show you an example. So this one here, this one here is the same height like this one here. So when you are choosing the seedlings, they need to have like same height. Let me catch this one for you to understand what I'm saying. So they need to have like same height, so that when they are growing, there's kind of a less competition, so that one doesn't grow very fast, then the other one grows very slowly. Let's have this one in center here. This one is another seedling. So there are these three seedlings. So this one is very short. When it grows, it will be choked by these two. So you have to make sure that you do a proper height selection, then so that when they grow together, they compete together, because they are competing for light, they are competing for food. So if they grow together, they will be able to grow very fast. But if you mix them in terms of this different heights, they'll have a problem, because some of them will grow very fast, others will grow slowly. So that's what you put into consideration, guys. So there are so many things that you need to consider when planting, especially indigenous trees. Because take note of this. These indigenous trees here, they have kind of a slow growth rate. Like this one is called a macamia. This is Macamia lutea. So it has kind of a slow growth rate, but it's very beautiful, you know. So it grows very slowly, but it's very beautiful. So you have an option of kind of being patient when you are propagating them, so that they grow. Because whenever they are full grown, they'll make the environment look so nice. So you don't need to rush like in making sure that they grow fast. Just take care of them. They are not, so that they are not being eaten by antelopes, and give them time to grow, because they grow very slowly. But when they are grown, they'll make the environment look so nice. So that's something that you need to take note of it. So now let's go and do a walk around. I love this place because it has plenty of trees. So when we'll be doing a walk, I just want to show you these indigenous trees that I am proposing around, trying to encourage Dimongo to plant in that homestead. So we're gonna just stroll around as we look at that indigenous trees and some few ornamental. I don't really like referring to them as exotic, because we have some few ornamental ones that are really good. An ornamental tree, it means that it's a tree that is mainly best for beauty, in terms of beautifying the environment. Like one which you can say the palm trees, the bottle brush, this one here called the umbrella tree. If you know it, comment on the comment section. So those are also good in terms of beautifying the environment. So we have those that are kind of ornamental, but we have most of them which are indigenous, like this one here. Same case with the jacaranda. This one is an ornamental one. It's an ornamental tree. So they are good, even if they are not indigenous, but they're still good in conserving the environment. So we do a walk here as I show you those kind of trees that are very nice. And as I told you, when you're building a home, the first stages of building a home, you need to put into consideration the plan of the trees, how they will be within your compound, you know, which tree will be in a particular place. It's very important, rather than just planting trees anyhow, you know. You need to know how will I align the palm trees. Like this one here, this is a palm tree. How will I align it? In which line will I plant this? In which line will I plant the Nandi flame? In which line will I plant the fruit trees? You need to have a very nice way of planting them, you know. You either opt to mix them together, and or opt to plant them in a different design. So those are the things like you need to know before you start like having a plan of your even your house. Look at this big palm tree. It's very big. It's more than many years, you know, because it has a slow growth rate. So when you are doing the foundation and the plan, before you just like build a full house, you're supposed to know the plan where the chilling spot will be, with some grass like this one here. Those are things that you put into consideration, so that when you start now having like when you have a complete house, you don't start like struggling to look for the best places you can plant the tree now, because we already done the house is already up. So you will not be struggling like, now where will I plant the trees, how will I do them, and you know that will be really being a big problem on your side, you know. Some few birds here. So guys, we are coming live on Red Hill Road. It's Red Hill Road. Just trying to show you around, guys, to have this conversation. There's some nice flowers here. Some nice flowers here. Some birds enjoying the environment, you know. Trees attract birds. Look at these birds here. They're enjoying the beautiful environment here. So trees are so nice. Trees, flowers, grass, when they are well combined, they make the environment look so nice. And you have to combine them the correct way, or the proper way. You don't just like plant them shagala bagala, call it shagala bagala. The Red Hill roundabout. A very busy one. A very, very busy roundabout here. So when you go down that way, you head to Limur. That's joint Limur Road. That is heading to a place like Mdaiga, down to joining Ngara. Then this is Gashia on this other end. And if you go this way, ABC and Westlands. ABC, Westlands, Kangemi. It's a shortcut to go to Kangemi. So this is another spot where they have done some nice tree growing. So the reason why I really love using this as a case study is because the people who planted these trees, they were so smart in the way they planted them. Because you can see they just did trees at the edge of the road. They did some flowers in the middle of the road. Then they had footpath, then trees. So trees, footpath or pedestrian walkway, then trees, road, flowers. So it looks like so nice. And you know, we're in the month of July, so now the trees are not like doing proper flowering. That's an anti-flame. So July, the trees, they are not really flowering because it's kind of a cold season. They flower in summer. We are in winter, like for instance, we are in Kenya, we are in winter at the moment. So now they are not like doing a lot of flowering. So, but now guys, you see that planning is one thing, but not just planning, proper planning. Because without that proper planning, you have an ugly homestead, you know, an ugly homestead. But for you to have a proper planning, first of all, you need to have knowledge in the species of trees. The way I'm having that knowledge in the species of trees, I know so many trees species. That's my area of study, and I'm able to help her to have a very nice tree growth. You can say tree growth distribution, like you know, because you know you are now growing them trees. How you are doing it now is that makes a lot of sense. Look at this podocarpus here. It's called podocarpus. This is the best in terms of hardwood. This one here, very nice. Then we have a fruit tree here called you can call it Zabibu. Then we have another Nandi flame, another Nandi flame here, another Nandi flame with some red flower. Is that red or orange? Someone told me it's orange yesterday. Macamia. So these guys were trying to mix rather than planting one species in one line. It will not look beautiful. So I think that's one thing, you need to do a proper mix up. Then spacing. So for them, where they just did a mistake, they didn't look at how the trees are growing. You have some trees that grow like spreading their, can say, how do you call it? Their branches sideways. So for them, they need proper big spacing, you know. Like see now this place looks like a bush, you know, because the trees are really growing like down there. So there are really so many of them. So in the comment section, tell us which trees do you love most in your homestead. Will you prefer doing more of indigenous trees or more of exotic? You know the word indigenous, let me use the word native. You know the thing is, maybe a tree that might be indigenous in Australia, for instance, is not indigenous in Kenya. I don't know if you are getting that. So you either say indigenous, native, or native. For instance, Australia, they have this eucalyptus that they grow them all over. And I know when the eucalyptus trees were introduced in Kenya, those years, 1940s, when the government was constructing the Mombasa-Uganda railway. So for the eucalyptus trees, they have one advantage: they grow very fast and they burn so well. Those are the advantages of them, and they are good for firewood and timber. But now, with time, they become a menace because they are not environmentally friendly. So when they were introducing them, they only had one purpose with doing that: that they will be able to have to achieve. They have many. Can say they will be able to have plenty of wood in a short period of time. You see, that's why they were kind of introducing the eucalyptus. But now with time, it was like these eucalyptus trees, they are now taking in a lot of water and nutrients. So they became now a problem to the environment. That's why even now some forests, they are removing the eucalyptus trees. So all that story is just for you to understand that a tree might be native in your country, but not in the other country. You know what we're getting it. A tree can be native in your country. You can say this is an indigenous tree, but if you get to the other country or the other region, it becomes exotic. So it's very wise if you use the word native and alien species. Because the place is very noisy, you know, it looks to be very busy. It's very, very noisy today. Look at that. You see how it's beautiful to see the vehicles pass through down there, under the forest. But here they kind of planted so many trees, so it's like it's crowded somehow. It's like it's crowded in one way or the other. These are the flowers for then Nandi, no, the Meru walk. Because Nandi flame is this one with the orange flowers. I'll show you the flowers. Very beautiful. Then we have see now this side here. They really planted several of them together. It almost looks like a crowded small forest. So spacing is very important. Spacing is purely significant. So one day, you know, we build our home. Something that I'll really show you and able to appreciate the environment and make sure that I have a very beautiful environment, which is scientifically proven and ecologically proven, also I say traditionally proven in terms of the trees that we grow. We make sure that we grow trees that are native to our environment. So this vehicle has got some issues here, kind of broken down. So we'll try to have trees that are really native to the environment, trees that will make people like even love the place. So that's what I promise, guys. I will have a beautiful home, purely green, purely colorful, very beautiful home. So I need to observe this. When you have a breakage in Kenya, when you have a breakage, a vehicle breakage, this is what you do. You have to put some leaves to show people that there's some danger ahead. So you put the leaves like this guy is putting, then show that there's a vehicle that is stalled ahead. If you don't have that hazard thing, some metal thing that is called hazard that someone might put on the road. So if you are lacking it, you can use the leaves to show that, to align it on the road so that people may know that there's an hazard or a danger ahead. So when they are moving now, they tend to be very careful, you know, so that the vehicles will not use the lane that has a stalled vehicle. And you know, sometimes at night it becomes an issue, because I find that at night most accidents happen because maybe someone has broken, the vehicle is broken, it's on the road, they have not put a proper indication that there's something that there's a broken vehicle there. Then when the other vehicles come behind, they just knock it, you know. So at night, you need to be very careful when handling such cases, you know. But during the day, it's easier for you to survive. There you will want to use a very different route. For sure, you might use a different route today, as you have these conversations. That's a tuk-tuk. Call it tuk-tuk. They did a very proper. They really safeguarded the soil on this side very well, you know. These rocks here are doing magic, and you know they have some holes, so when it rains, the water will pass through it. This will really works on in case of any soil, I can say soil erosion. So it's a safer way to avoid that. Safer way to avoid such kind of things that they might happen. This is Nyari. We are walking in the richest neighborhood here in Nairobi, Kenya. You can see the way the place looks like, really beautiful. Here comes the matatu, guys. The matatu. Look at how it's going up, guys. Very beautiful. Matatu culture in Kenya is something that is big. It's a big culture, by the way, in Kenya. Especially Nairobi and Mombasa, those two cities. Mombasa is a city. Yes. Those two cities, they really invest a lot in such kind of vehicles, because they know if you have a lot of them, you have plenty of you easily have a lot of can say clients in a very easier way, compared to someone who is like who wants to just have an ugly vehicle flying around. So matatu culture is a big thing here in Kenya. So I did some settings on this camera, so we will hoping to have a different kind of video in terms of clarity, because the other videos I thought they were really kind of having a lot of light, so we did some adjustment in terms of light. So now I think the videos are looking more good, looking better. Looking better. Some river here. Some river in Swahili says mtoni. Mto is the river, mtoni is the place. So in Swahili you can say huu ni mto Ewaso Nyiro. Haya. If you're going to fetch water in the river, say naenda mtoni. See now? So I've taught you some few Swahili. So mto, then naenda mtoni. So I'm going to the river. This is a river. So this last part of the video, I want to show you the flowers that you can be able to adjust or add plant in your home to make your home look extra amazing. And we are trying to help assist her. You know, she has all the muscles to do this, but can just show her how beautiful these flowers will make the home look like. For the snake plant, I'll just tell you a few of them that I know. I'm not really good in the names, but I know the color, how they grow. You know, I see like this one here. They are so beautiful. They are very, very beautiful. So for flowers, you need to also have a very well plan, you know, because the thing is, so let's have a break here as we talk. So the thing with flowers, you know, there are some that they are seasonal, or they have like a lifespan. Let me use that word, or let me say seasonal, because maybe they are really blooming when the rains are there, and the sun comes out, they dry. So you need to have a very well knowledge in terms of how you can be able to do the pruning and the trimming of the flowers, you know. So for you to have that, you need to have someone that will be able to understand that this is the season that the flowers are kind of really looking nice, and this season now they need to be pruned so that you have the young ones or the new ones coming up. If you don't do that, you might have an ugly flower bed. So that being said, you need to have a proper knowledge on that, you know, someone who will be able to guide you through. And the good thing about these things is that you learn with process, you know. I saw another guy called Nasto who was trying to, when he was kind of developing his home, he was trying to translocate some flowers. That's advisable. It's okay, because now you have seen that the flowers are not really getting into the outlook that you want in that home. You can be able to remove it from this place to another place, which is okay. So other people will opt to do that, others will opt to leave them just to grow and say, let us see how the outcome will be. But now if you are really a good environmentalist, you do what you call a follow-up when you plant them, and also you do some observations to see how they are growing and the changes that are coming up, so that frequently you try to monitor them and see how they are growing and they are going on. So it's very important, by the way, instead of you just saying let them grow the way they want to grow, and without even like having more input. So for flowers, they will do well where there is manure, and you need to make sure that the manure that you are using is kind of well rotten. The same is that word. It should not be fresh manure. In that, let's say if you're using the cow dung, the cow manure, make sure that it's well rotten, that the particles are loose, or they're not like compacted, like the way that's very fresh and compacted. Because now, when they are not compacted well, when they are not like in soil tunasema mbolea ambayo imeiva, like ripe Eva. Direct translation. So Eva is being like ripe or ready. So let's say the one that is ready, whereby the particles are loose, very small particles, and when they are very small particles, they are able to get nutrients to the plants. But when they are still very big particles and which are not well decomposed, they might be able to the decomposition process, when it's happening, it will affect the roots of the plants. Let's say even if it's maize, beans, or flowers. So we make sure that the one that we're using is well decomposed. There's some bird here that is really making the environment look amazing. So those are the things that you need to put into consideration. And also, there's that mixture in terms of the colors of the flowers. You might opt to have different colors that are mixing. You don't plant one color in one area, it will not look good. If you mix them together, they will look amazing. Then also something to note that I had forgotten about that, the height. So for instance, you can see this height here. So these ones here, when they are growing, if you plant them like this, see they are on the same height. So it looks so nice. Rather than you having like different heights in the same area. so they not look pretty. So these ones are not really pretty than this one here, because these ones are the same height. So those are the things that you put into consideration when you're coming up with these kind of flowers and in your homestead, you know. So I think that's about flowers. You have talked about the height, the colors, the type. You need to know the season when you need to do the pruning of the flowers, and the manure you are using. You're not using any manure, you know. And it's good you go with organic all day, all time. So do more of organic. You avoid more of I'll say more of inorganic, like the other fertilizers. So do a lot of organic to make the place look amazing. So let's finish up with the walk. To finish up this other end. So as I told you, this time the flowers are not really beautiful because it's during the winter. So this road heads to Kitisuru. Today you might go to Kitisuru and see. Because I also want to have another conversation that is also interesting, you know. The day is all about conversations. As we walk around. So I love this route because of the, look at that, the tunnel down there. Because of the bird calls, you know. There are plenty of birds here. So I really love it. Hope even you are enjoying this walk with me. So guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and watch the video till the end. Like, comment and share. We are heading to 4,000 subscribers. We're working so hard to achieve our goals, you know. Some more flowers. It's all about putting more work and work every day, doing something that didn't do the other day, like waking up and trying to do things differently every single day. Then you learn from what you are doing. It's a learning process. These are the sand that they use. So they don't just use any sand. They have to use this one here. And this kind of a red soil. The thing why they prefer this one is because it has like less manure that will burn the flowers. So for the red soil, it's good because now you'll be able to control which manure to use in which flower. Because for sure there are some flowers that don't need a lot of manure in them. So you use red soil because it will be able to help you know how to control the mixture, you know, when you are mixing the flowers up and down. So doing a small uphill here. Enjoying this beautiful environment. Look at these flowers here. Those are good. They look so pretty. So nice. Oh. So when you have this different, see that these guys even they are arranging them, you know, mixing them up and down, because they know if they arrange them this way, they'll have a very nice, they'll have an attractive outlook. They'll attract you. They kind of attract you. They create attention, you know. That's the thing. Kind of create attention. So still moving, guys. So we'll go all the way to Kitisuru. I did a video about Kitisuru. So if you haven't watched it, I go and check it out on my channel some few months ago. I think it was in the month of May, if I'm not wrong. That's when we did the Kitisuru video. So we showed you the area. So today, even if I pass there, there's no much problem. This is very silent, you know. It's very silent. This is a sign that you're in a richest neighborhood. The less the noise. You see that bird? You see let's just try to listen to the birds here. Listen to that. Those are weaver birds. Sticky seed eater. I see plenty of birds here. I need to do a live stream about listening to the birds in this area here. It will be so amazing. So a home with trees, this is the noise that you need to hear. If it's not this kind of noise, you will be able to listen to kind of more, you can say, the rattling leaves and whistling branches. Plenty of birds here. Nice lovely corner here. Trying to get some firewood. So I think some nice different trees here. That area there, the plain, but doing proper farming on this side, serious farming. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like and comment, and make sure that I just urge you one thing to enable me to share this video until D Mwango watches it, so that I may secure that job. It looks like a joke, but it might be a very nice experience to make sure that she's able to have a very beautiful home with nice trees. Of course, I'll be able to suggest for her the trees that she's supposed to plant there, and the height of the trees, the season, the aftercare, how to I'll just give her, like, tell her how to do the aftercare, how to which trees are edible to their goats and sheep, you know. So thank you so much guys, and make sure that she watches the video, and I really appreciate your support. I don't take it for granted. I really hope that it will be a nice experience on my side. So thank you so much, and see you in the next video guys. Goodbye.